While at a theme park with our youth group, the kids wanted to go on the bumper cars. But as a leader, I suggested to the kids that we gang up and target someone with our bumper cars. We decided to target a man in his 70s.
Oh, man.
We quickly jumped into our bumper cars and started flinging this poor old man all over the place. This went on for about 10 rides. I began to question in my mind why this old man was repeatedly getting on the ride all alone. I looked around the ride and it began to sink in. I realized this man was part of a special needs group that was out enjoying their evening at the theme park. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. We are in the hundreds now.
Wow.
Last week we recorded episode 100, which was a blast. Isaiah was on with it. Did you have fun doing that? Was that a fun episode?
Contractually, I have to say yes. No, I'm playing. I really.
And for the first time in the studio, I have never, let me preface, I've never had family on this show before.
Never.
But I have brought my cousin, Mason Rios, onto the show. Thank you for being here, Mason.
That means that we're actually related.
The last name?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is your last name, right?
Yes, that is my last name.
It's not
That's the government. I could be wanted somewhere.
I actually called them. They're on their way.
Narc.
Anyway, guys, thank you for being here, episode 101. So with this comes season 5. We are breaking into season 5. The slate is clean, and we're introducing some new things to the podcast, which I'm really excited about. And you guys will hear those soon as we get into this episode. But we will start this off with a story from Baron. Baron said, while at a theme park with our youth group.
Is that the real name?
Baaron. How would you pronounce that? Bayron.
Bayron is crazy.
Bayroon.
Baron.
He's Baron.
Because Baron.
Baron is
That's
like,
crazy.
That was my
That's
first
crazy
guess.
name.
Let us know. I'm probably wrong.
Your life in Jesus' name.
Please.
Your womb is open.
This person said, I'm pretty sure it's a guy.
Hey,
so his
either
womb
way,
is not
his
open.
womb is open.
While at a theme park with our youth group, the kids wanted to go on the bumper cars. As I was standing in line for the ride, I don't know what came over me, but as a leader, I suggested to the kids that we gang up and target someone with our bumper cars. It quickly turned into about 10 or 15 kids whispering among ourselves in line, choosing a helpless victim to set our sights on. And for some reason, we decided to target a man in his 70s.
Oh, man.
We quickly jumped into our bumper cars and started flinging this poor old man all over the place for the next minute and a half. After the ride was over, we realized that the man got back in line, and instinctively, we all dashed in line right behind him to
100%.
yet again send him on the ride of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This went
Maybe
on for about
last ride of
10.
Maybe the last ride of his life.
Rest in peace.
Somebody lost a grandfather that day.
This went on for about 10 rides.
Wow.
As the old man kept getting on the ride,
enjoyed it.
continuing to fuel our fun. In anticipation for our final ride to start, I began to question in my mind why this old man was repeatedly getting on the ride all alone.
No.
I looked around the ride, and it began to sink in. I realized this man was part of a special needs group that was out enjoying their evening at the theme park.
Say yeah. Oh, that's just. I don't think I can speak on that. Go ahead.
Not them bullying the special needs.
I'm trying to make it somewhere.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars is crazy. Is that the last of it?
That was it.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
He said.
And he did say they immediately dipped. Once he realized, he's like, come on. We got to gathered them all out, and they were gone. I don't think he ever knew.
I have a confession. When I was a child and my mom used to watch Law and Order, I used to think Special Victims Unit meant. I actually thought a Special Victims Unit meant
You're like, they made a show about it?
right? I was like, wow, they got You know,
Something for
they
everybody
got
in here.
representation.
Yeah.
I was sad to find out that
It meant
it's not
something
about
totally different.
that. Yeah, absolutely. So he probably had a lot of fun, to be completely honest.
Someone's water polo Todd. Imagine they kept doing it. They did. They did it for 10 rounds.
That is
The
wild.
guy kept getting back in line and didn't notice.
That is crazy.
That's sad.
The workers 100% knew what was going on and said nothing. There's a chance. There's a chance.
That's crazy.
This is a story from James.
Special victims unit is so crazy.
That is crazy. To preface, this has a video after. So I'll play the video of this happening, which is pretty funny. You guys on Instagram Live, you won't see it today, but it will be out on Instagram and TikTok. And it will also be on YouTube once we get it up there. So keep an eye there, but you will hear the story today. This is from James. James said, for Youth Group, we decided to do a remake of the scene from the movie Hot Rod, in which some of the students were going to pull someone in a wheelchair into a baby pool. The individual who normally does our crazy stuff was unable to make it that night, so they threw me into this wheelchair instead.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem was the fact that they didn't take into account that the students might not pull hard enough as they needed to safely get me into this baby pool. On the count of 3, they were to pull me over the ramp and into this pool. Well, what happened was that I wasn't pulled far enough, causing me to break my elbow and smack my head off the back of the ramp.
Shouldn't have been playing.
And
I'm going to say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. Can I see that one more time?
We'll watch it again.
The way his back smacked off of the wood.
That would have been the last.
The way it's sending me, honestly. That's
I
hilarious.
One more
want to play
time.
another church
sound
game
is
a day in my
crazy.
life.
Oh my god!
Mm-mm.
That was his mom.
Oh my God. Get my baby. James. James.
Yes, it did
Thank you,
sound
sir.
horrible. You guys will see it. Smacked his head right off the back. It went
It was-
just about as good as you thought it probably would, yanking a wheelchair off a ramp into a pool.
Somebody said put it in reverse.
Someone said just pee on it.
Oh, you weren't.
Oh, so there's a back.
Yes.
Oh, I did watch that video.
Oh, okay, cool.
Come
But
on,
just-
what do you think? I'm a rookie.
Well,
I
yes,
watched this.
Actually, yes.
Quite literally.
Quite
A
literally, you are a rookie. Quite
Please.
literally. My dad's name was Terry, and he was in a wheelchair. So whenever that video surfaced, I would go downstairs and like film him and be like, "Put it in reverse, Terry." He never did anything fun. He just looked at me with disgust. Dead dad stories. Keep going.
Terrible.
No, me and my dad had a great relationship. I love him so much.
This is from Anna. Anna said, our youth pastor made shirts for all the students based on Jesus giving the living water. But unfortunately, he didn't really think the design through. On the back of the shirt, it had a Bible verse, but across the front, right over the chest, was fluorescent green writing that said, "Thirsty?" ?
I mean, that's not bad. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Not as bad as Squirt Squad. I don't care what anyone says.
It's up there.
Thirst? That's it?
That's it.
Think of the word.
I mean, yes, I know.
Thirsty.
Okay.
Thirsty.
Just one more time.
Thirsty.
Appreciate it.
I will say Squirt Squad is worse,
Yeah.
but this
100%.
one, I mean, I would not have put that on a shirt, personally.
Yeah, see, somebody said that's tame. Right? That's not that bad. Now,
I guess they're just too used to the show. What'd you say?
Got Milk would have been wild.
Okay, that's
Got Milk would have been wild.
someone comment that.
Or take a drink. Drink this.
You don't like Squirt Squad? It says it on the thing. What are you talking? This is crazy.
She doesn't know the backstory of a lot of these.
But it just sounds crazy.
I know. Someone put it on a shirt. Someone put it on a shirt. This is from Victoria. Victoria said, at youth camp, they decided to play a game called Greasy Pig, which is an old-fashioned game where you get a live pig, oil it up to make it slippery, set it free, and then try to recapture it. They asked a local farmer to donate some pigs to the game, And when they arrived, the farmer proceeded to put commercial grade axle grease on the pigs. They decided to start small with the little pig, so they set it free amongst the kids. But this poor little pig was so terrified that it just sat on the ground shaking and peed itself.
That's
So they
sad.
decided to move on and release the big pigs. However, this axle grease made them so slippery that no one could get a grip on these animals. And when
Isn't that
anyone
what
got,
you wanted,
they were trying to capture them.
I just
It was
Okay.
more slippery than they had anticipated. When anyone got close to the pigs, they would squeal bloody murder and start biting whoever grabbed them. The pigs ended up taking off into the river that ran beside the camp, and that's when we discovered that pigs are very good swimmers. The camp staff had to jump into boats to head off the pigs and drive them back to shore. Needless to say, what was meant to be a single afternoon activity turned into hours of kids and camp staff chasing screaming pigs all over the property.
I'd have had bacon that night.
Just
If I
shot
would
it.
have got,
Pretty
if I would
much.
have got bit, I'd have had bacon that night. That's all I'm
I would
gonna
have
say.
been on the ground like with
I-
the pig.
I would
Fight.
pay.
I'd have kicked. The
I would
pig in
pay
the
so
jaw.
much money.
Sit down. I said, oil them up.
Go ahead.
I
oil
would
that pig
pay.
up.
I would pay
You ever been oiled?
4 figures
Please.
Four
to watch
figures?
Isaiah chase a greasy pig through a field
Would
and
you
have
pay,
to catch it.
Would you pay me that?
If you caught it, I'd pay you it. Like that's how much
You'd
I
pay
want to
me
see that happen.
4 figures.
We
I would
about to
think
go get a
about
pig.
Is that before or after the decimal? Because I don't want to.
1,000. I would be willing to shell out $1,000. That's
Y'all
how-
heard it here first, man. Y'all heard it here first. Somebody got a pig.
You have to catch the pig. I would pay to see that. I really would. As I was thinking about it, I'm just thinking about the camp, and I'm thinking, man, imagine if Isaiah was there.
That's crazy.
Running
I
down
do
the
it,
hill
bro.
with the
I do it,
pig.
bro.
I would do it.
I do it, bro. I do it.
That's money.
I
I'd
would sell
trip him
tickets,
as he's running.
We'd make it a big event.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I gotcha.
Gotcha.
Cast the demons
Y'all
into
want
the
bacon
pigs.
tonight?
That is true.
Dinner on me.
Yeah, that's
Dinner on me. Breakfast too.
so. Sierra had a dog that was not fun, and I always joked that the thing was demon possessed. And
Is that
I
the
was
same
like,
dog
"Is that actually Bella?" No,
Oh, never
not
mind. That's
no,
not the
no,
same dog.
no. Anyway, someone just brought up cast the demon into the pigs. I always thought, man, could an animal actually be demon possessed? And that story proves it. So I think her dog actually was
Wait.
a touch possessed.
So then, while I was thinking about that, if they're good swimmers,
I thought that too.
then it was probably the cliff that they jumped off that killed them.
I think it must have been the demons because remember the guy that was possessed that was throwing himself in the
Yeah.
fire? Like they make you harm yourself. So I imagine they drowned the pigs. The demons did. That would be my guess if I had to figure that
Oh.
out.
Is that where? Never mind. I was about to
So
say something
I
crazy.
mentioned at the beginning of this that we're introducing a couple new segments to the show. So we'll mix it up. This is the first time we're in season
Hold on.
5.
Y'all got money on that? The real Walker said Zay is not going to catch a properly greased pig. Hey, if y'all want to put up some more money, we already got 1,000 on it. I never said I'd put up money. I'm the one chasing the pig. So y'all go ahead and put some money up, and I'll catch this pig.
Right, we'll get a pig
They all
right
wanna see
now.
it.
I'm saying I'll throw a knife at it.
Yeah.
Like,
No weapons. You have to
We gonna
catch
get it anyway.
alive. Can't
oh, you
throw
gotta
a
catch
knife
it
at
alive? He'll be alive
Like
still
tackle it. Grab
with
it.
a knife. He don't die instantly.
Okay, this new segment is we're introducing what's called the mailbag. And if anybody has a better name for that, feel free to send us a DM.
Mailbag is
The mailbag.
crazy.
It's really not. It's just where people send in questions to the show and we answer
Oh,
them.
okay, cool.
What's that? Dropbox? Yeah, if anyone has a more creative name, hit me up. This is maybe it'll only be one episode that is on.
As of right
However-
now.
Why don't you just call it mail time?
Mail time.
Mail time. No, I was like,
The first question is this is from Ashley M.
I hate
Freeman. What are some crazy things you all did in youth group? Does anything come to mind?
go ahead, Mason. 'Cause I
got
got
a
a
thing.
You
few
can't
stories
put her
about
on. You can't
Yeah,
put
you
her on
can't
the
put
spot.
me on the spot.
Oh wait, I did actually have a story about Mason too.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yes. It's been shared on the show, but this is a person. So do you want to? Do you have any? So to answer the question, do you have any things that you did when you were? What was it? Some crazy things that you all did when you were? When you were a student. Isaiah.
I mean, other than like the normal crazy things as a youth kid. Like
I feel like I was just ghetto.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Ghetto
So
and black.
pretty tame.
I was just ghetto and black.
as opposed
My
to
mama
just
said-
ghetto. I don't,
My mom just let me come.
that's what I'm saying. Like I was the class clown, I guess you can say, in any situation. So like I made, the jokes and stuff like that, but I wasn't like a terrible kid.
That's exactly how I feel.
You know what
I
mean?
can't recall a time when I
Right.
should have gotten in trouble. Actually, no. I mean, probably the worst thing I ever did was an accident. I threw a snowball through a garage window of next to the church.
Mm.
Worst thing I ever did.
Wow.
So I wouldn't really call that crazy. So I was pretty
Yeah,
tame.
that's
Isaiah
not-
was pretty tame. Mason, does anything come to mind for you? Because if it doesn't, I have one.
Oh,
That's
it
not too
does. I mean, I remember myself being sweet, but everybody else is like,
I think you
but
were
like,
cool.
That's
think
what
you were
I
cool.
thought, but
Yeah,
everybody
I
was
thought you
like
were cool.
bad, but I do.
But I
myself.
wasn't your youth leader.
Yeah, you
You
wasn't.
know what I mean? No,
That's
I
fair.
wasn't.
It was Heather, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So the story that I remember,
I think you should tell it.
I would love to hear it from
You wanna
your
hear it from me?
perspective because I've already shared it on the show.
Okay, so you already shared it. This
Yeah,
is crazy.
People know who you are.
Okay. Well, where were we? We were at the retreat, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, we were at the retreat, and our group leader, Heather, didn't show up for some odd reason. She didn't want to be outside with the bugs, I'm guessing, or something. Either way, she didn't show up. And we got the great Sierra, mind you.
Sierra Sumi at the time.
Yeah, Sumi.
Sumi.
Yeah.
And not to be judgmental or anything, but she's just a sweet white lady.
No, I mean it's real.
That's what it
It's
was.
real. She's
And
an amazing
then
person. She really is.
She had Pastor Cody put her with 8 ghetto, off the wall black kids. Like everybody was black.
Yeah, it was-
She was the only white one. So I don't know why, but we just took some salt shakers from the kitchen,
Oh my gosh, I remember.
and we
this.
were in her room.
Y'all are
Well, we
rude.
were all. She was sleeping in the same room as us, I think. And she had left or something, and we ain't like her at the time. We just didn't want her in our room. We just
Justice for Sierra,
we just
crazy.
wanted it to be us. Like we was old enough, probably 15, just 15 ghetto. We want to do whatever we want to do.
15 ghetto.
So she come back. We like, oh my gosh, there's something in the bed. She's like, what is it? We're laying down. One girl, she's just singing mad loud, mad ghetto. She's like, can you guys be quiet? We're like, just singing. And then we're like, oh my gosh, I think there's something in the bed. We look at, mind you, we did the research and everything before even messing with her.
You did?
Yeah, I can't. We
Wow,
did the
I thought you
research.
made it up.
No, mold mites look like salt. We're like, oh my goodness, there's mold mites. She's mad scared. She think there's termites. There's a breakout, and she's just calling her mom and dad. Yes, you did. Oh my goodness,
Calling
Mama
her mom
Moss.
and dad is a
Mama
good
Moss
one.
came down to the cabin. Mind you, she had a mask on, a fly swatter.
She really did.
Yes, and then she I don't know, but a black person would never
No.
just be like this.
Nope.
She
Yeah,
licked it.
she did.
She
She
did.
ate the salt. She's like,
It's just
this
salt.
tastes like salt.
So my mom,
Yeah.
mom was trying to do damage control
That's
because
crazy.
she's like,
We've never
I don't
had
think
bugs
we have
before.
mold mites at this camp. My parents ran the camp, right? So she had to go over and she was trying to play it off as a joke. Thankfully it was because she ingested whatever you sprinkled on the bed.
It was
And-
you
salt.
could have killed his mom.
Yeah.
It was your salt.
Thankfully it was just salt. But she
Your
was
salt.
she was like,
You killed your mom.
yeah, she went and played it off and then just tasted it and was like, it's just salt. It's okay. Because she didn't want the freaking community to think that this place was infested with
With
bugs
mold
or
mites.
whatever the heck that you
Mold mites.
were pretending to
Mold?
make it. But Ashley, I hope that answers your question. That was a great question. Isaiah and I were great. Mason, that one was a
All
little.
right. I wouldn't say I was great, but I was decent. I was decent.
You were decent. Okay. This is from SHUTCH 333. Where do you live? We are in upstate New York. That is where the podcast is based. Everybody knows at this point. It's a quick Google search. And then we have one more from David. How do I start my own podcast?
I'll answer the question.
Go for it.
So Put a lot of deep thought into it, you know, and then once you feel like you have a good idea, pray about it. And then once you get the answer to that good idea, don't do it, because YGC is the best podcast out and you won't beat it. So just don't even try. You know, at the end of the day, no, I'm kidding. But just follow your dreams, man. And Sam, go ahead, man, because you got more in, you know,
All
intuition.
right, from
than
someone
I
who
do.
has a podcast.
Yeah.
Get a camera.
No, there's a lot of different things you can do, but I would say the first thing is figure out what you're going to talk about, and don't talk about everything. So come up with an idea, talk about that thing, and talk about that thing only. And the only exception to this, because I get people all the time like, you know, I'm going to start a podcast and just talk about everything. The only people that can pull that off are literally famous people.
Yeah.
Or they have a following. So that's why they do it, and that's why you see that happen and they're successful. So pick something, stick to it, niche down, and go for it. But that is are we calling it the mailbag? Did anyone come up with anything better for this? Mail time?
And you got to make like an actual graphic.
Okay,
for
we'll
it.
do it. We'll do like a sound bite or something. So you guys send us in your ideas. But if you have questions, guess what? We have an email. questions@ygcpodcast.com. It's official.
Questions at YGC.
So if you guys want to send in some fun questions to the show, have them asked live on the air for our new segment, send them in. We'd love to
Mail
answer
sack.
them for you.
Mail sack is crazy.
What is it?
Mail sack.
Oh my-
Pause.
That's kind of funny. I'm not
All
gonna
right, back to some stories here. This is an anonymous story. I almost said from and then their name. I would do that. On a youth group retreat, a few kids locked another kid inside a closet. The kid kept asking them to let him out, but they refused to do so. Eventually, the leader came in and made them unlock the door. And the next day, one of the kids that shoved the other student into the closet woke up with pink eye.
Ooh.
Turns out his pillow just so happened to be in the closet when the kid was locked in there. And apparently the kid pulled down his pants, farted on the pillow, and then never told anyone.
That's what you get.
And that's what I would do.
That's what you get. Stop being a bully.
Yeah.
That's what you get. That's literally
What
you
are the
get.
chances?
You ain't gonna put me in the
Great job,
closet
Justice,
actually.
justice
with your
was
pillow,
served.
That's what I'm saying.
and I ain't gonna fart on your pillow.
Oh, that's his pillow.
Imagine-
Straight like that. More than
He
once.
lucky he had a pillow.
Imagine he got it wrong. It's like the youth pastor.
Hey, somebody got. I don't care who it was. If I get locked in a closet,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
on you.
it would be the poor
That's
innocent
on you.
youth pastor that had nothing to do with it. That
That's on you.
Yeah.
This is from Alex. Alex said, an older man, probably late 60s, had recently gotten saved and wanted to tell his testimony during a conference
Come on.
our youth group
Gotta
boys were
love
at.
those.
He started by telling everyone that he was a truck driver for 30 years.
Yeah.
He went on to share with the room of about 75 people about 3 separate incidents of people trying to rob his truck.
Mhm.
Wow.
Except he didn't stop there. In much detail, he told everyone that he shot and killed 4 men during his time as a trucker. The pastor had to walk up and shut down testimonies.
Why?
He telling the truth.
Why? Why?
He ain't lying.
That
not
would
once.
happen.
He ain't lying not one time. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. I respect him.
Nah, man. Hey, do you, bro? For real.
Men down.
Honestly, kudos to you.
Yes.
Bruh.
I respect him.
If somebody was trying to rob me, hey, it's on site.
True.
It's clips.
4 times is crazy.
Yeah.
That man said, one time I killed. One time I killed people 4 times.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
What I want to know, he
Thank
said
you, God, for
he said there were 3 incidents that he got robbed, but there are 4 people that he killed. So he popped 2 people.
Do the math.
Possibly.
Do the math. I ain't got nothing
The
to
last
say.
person. The last person was just for fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
He said,
None of them got it.
he said, I'm gonna make an example out of you. You're
He
done.
said, "You looked at my truck."
Uh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's still on the streets too. That boy. Hey,
I don't want
It
That
to.
sounds
means
like
that he got off
David
scot-free.
said it
Yeah,
sounds
he
like a
did.
Bible Belt church. Probably.
hey,
Sounds
listen,
like upstate New York.
you couldn't get away with that in New York. They'll put you in jail. Take
We
your,
might be
they'll
able to
take
get-
your guns and everything.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
right.
they'll
Yeah,
take your guns.
even in upstate New York, you're probably
100%.
right. Someone said bro was bored.
I said I put miles on this highway. That's crazy, bro.
No one in that congregation felt safe after that testimony. I don't know. I might feel safer.
I'm saying. I'm gonna be like,
self-defense.
wow, this man got great aim.
You're a hero.
No, okay. Nancy said, how do you address the crowd after taking the mic away? I want to hear right now, on the spot, say you're a pastor. You go up, you have to take the mic away. What's the first thing you say?
Don't ask me this.
I want to know. Say it right.
Okay.
Like,
I'd be
damage
like,
control.
So I start speaking in tongues.
I'd be like,
hallelujah.
I'd be like, well, praise God for forgiveness. Anybody else got a testimony, or is it the time where we could wrap it up?
All right. Okay. Not bad. Thank
You know
you.
what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that's
really
not
not
bad,
bad. That
you
was
know?
pretty good. I would not have. Yeah. Let's transition to worship. That is the one that everyone uses. This is a story from Colin. And guys, if you have stories you want to send in, Sierra, you're a moderator, right? Can you comment and pin something? Can you pin, send us your stories? Stories at ygcpodcast.com is where you can submit them. We'd love to have some of your stories. We're always looking for new ones. This is from Colin. He said, for our youth group Christmas party, we did a white elephant gift exchange.
Why not black?
Except
I'm saying,
I didn't think to put any restrictions on what to bring and what not to bring.
white elephant is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one
Why can't
kid,
it just be elephant?
Yeah. Or a black elephant.
I don't want them to give away black elephants.
There's
They're
only
rare.
You ain't never seen a white elephant.
I don't think
You
white
know what? You're
elephants
right.
even-
This is crazy.
I ain't never seen it.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Why-
one kid literally brought a frozen dead duck.
That's why you gotta put like categories on these things. Because in his family, that's probably a gift.
That was free.
He brought me a dead duck. I can make.
He was probably
duck,
so
you know?
proud of that thing.
Absolutely, that man.
His
killed
mom was like, "Where'd it go?
himself.
Where'd it go?" She's like,
hunted
sold it out
that.
of the freezer.
Nah.
She was gonna do something with it.
That boy said, "I seen on Duck Dynasty what I can do with this duck."
Pedro said, "My youth pastor used to try and joke around with students by scaring them with a clothing iron. He would grab a clothing iron and touch them with it, pretending it was going to burn them. But of course, it was off and never did. Well, one day, while everyone was getting ready for a night service at camp, he grabbed the clothing iron and put it straight on the shirtless back of a kid that wasn't even a
Ooh.
member of our church.
Dang.
What he didn't know
That man got branded for real.
was that this time the iron was recently used by some boys in the cabin. We never saw that kid again."
That boy said, "Gotcha."
He said, fire.
He said, "In the mighty name."
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nah.
Why would you do that? Like, who? That's crazy. Not Holy Ghost fire. That's wild. Dang. That's crazy. Nah, that is a lawsuit.
That is a
If my child
mess.
comes home
We
with an
suing.
iron on his
Home
back,
Alone mark on his
I'm
back.
suing.
we
I'm
going,
suing somebody.
we going there now.
As
not playing.
as soon as he gets off that bus, he's in the car and we're
Yep.
back up there.
My mom would.
Nah,
What?
my mom, no.
I got baptized without my mom knowing. She almost went to the church. Woo. She was not playing. What? Daphne.
Not Daphne.
Yeah, she would have. She was about to.
Nah, that's
An
crazy,
iron,
bro.
what? My mom, ooh, she would have turned it up.
Nah,
Just
an
pee on
iron is crazy.
Valid. it. Yeah.
It's just a prank.
All right, I have one more story. This is from Sean. He said, after a day of
Sean.
mission work, a group of us were playing around in a basketball court when I turned to one of my students and said, "Hey, if this girl makes the shot, you have to eat chicken nuggets out of Soul's toes." This girl went on to drain the shot. Unfortunately for the student I had just dared, this kid's Soul, for whatever reason, had spent the majority of the mission trip barefoot through the city and streets of Baltimore. Literally everywhere we went, we would turn around and find him barefoot. When I shouted out the bet, I was really just making a joke. But after this girl drained the shot, everyone in the gym insisted that he do this dare. So this poor kid literally ate a chicken nugget from between the toes of this student who had been barefoot for the entire mission trip.
Mm-mm.
I got a few questions. Was I the only one that was not ready to hear Baltimore when they said missions trip? I'm thinking this man's like in Honduras or like Nigeria or something like that. And I would have been like, oh, I mean, it was just grass. But this man said through the city of Baltimore.
Like,
Why your feet out?
Great question.
in Baltimore?
In Baltimore.
Like, what is you doing?
What are you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, nah.
That's you in Maryland with your toes out.
That don't even
And you ain't
sound
even
right.
got flip flops on. You just barefooted.
Just walking on grass.
I don't think he was
No,
walking on
no,
grass.
there was no
grass.
grass.
I meant glass.
Oh,
Not
glass.
glass.
You probably imagine a needle sticking your
Yeah.
toe with a needle or something.
Ooh,
Yeah, a syringe going through
Yeah.
your toe. Oh my god.
All right.
Why
so-
you laugh?
that's not funny.
That's funny, bro. That's crazy.
That's real life.
Is it?
Say that. It's real life. Just
It's
say
real life. That's it. That's real life.
it. Nothing but real life.
Not me getting bullied. She looked at me and
Say
said,
that.
"Say that.
right now.
Say it." That's crazy. That's
Like I
wild.
mentioned at the beginning of this, season 5, we have a brand new segment. We actually teased this on episode 100, but it's a little bit different. So we're going to be bringing this into every episode now, and it's a
Mhm.
would you rather segment.
Oh, I'm lit.
Yeah. But the
I'm
catch
lit.
is that it's from 2 stories in this episode.
Mhm.
So the first one, so have you ever played Would You Rather, or do you understand what that game is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mason.
Two
What
scenarios.
would you rather?
Okay.
Nah, explain the rules to me, please.
The first story was what we opened up with, and it was the bumper car scenario.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Would
That's
you
you.
want to be the youth pastor? So that's scenario number 1. That basically made all the kids
It's not bad.
do that. Or would you rather eat the chicken nugget?
What? Excuse me?
What do you mean?
Ah, knock
I'll
the
get in
freak
a
out
bumper
of,
car right now and do
knock
the same
freak
thing.
out of somebody.
That's fun.
Ain't no toes getting near my face.
Yeah, nah. Mm-mm. And definitely
I
not
get
if you
nauseous
walking through
when, like,
Baltimore barefooted.
I hate feet, bro. I really do.
I don't really have
I
a problem
can't.
with feet, but through Baltimore, it's a
So you know who
Nah,
also
if they
has a
lit-
problem with feet?
He would have had black feet. And I'm
You
not
know
saying
what?
like black is in like us. I'm saying like black is in
Oh,
like
who said that? It's not my fault. You're special needs.
dirt.
nah, that for real. I mean, no. Cut that.
Nah, cut that.
What? I didn't hear it. Was it what I said or what something you said?
that was crazy, face.
I'm just agreeing with the people.
That's wild. You said it's not my fault. Her special needs. She said, nah, dead for real. I was like, oh my God.
You said it too.
I did.
Everybody's saying bumper cars all the way. Yeah, I would go with that too.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like you'd eat feet. Well,
No. No, absolutely not.
I would eat off my own feet.
I don't know.
put my
I
chicken
don't
on
know
the
about
grill.
that.
right, exactly. Exactly.
No, okay, this is a funny story. We'll close with this. Trey is in the studio with us tonight. He also hates feet, like hates them. And have I told the story? I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. I don't believe I have. I have. Okay, I'll say it again. We were in a group chat for like our production team, and he said he didn't want to do like a foot washing or something, right? And he's like, "Yeah, guys, I have a foot fetish." But he got the words mixed up because he meant to say phobia.
Oh,
But
man.
this man really, really hates feet, and just
That's actually crazy. That's crazy, Trey.
yeah.
I have a foot fetish.
A fetish is crazy.
I got
Yeah.
a foot fetish.
That's crazy.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me.
get that.
Episode 101.
What?
This has been a blast. What?
Nah, you gotta you're gonna have to listen to this podcast.
I
You
do.
really are. You're
I
gonna have
listen
to
back
listen
to every
closely,
episode.
bro.
Nah,
And
just,
we'll probably leave it
this
all
is
in.
crazy.
We're getting more brave. This is a comedy show.
It's a comedy
yeah.
show.
There's no limits on comedy, right?
Oh,
Right,
really?
everybody? Right?
Can we read a few of those back?
What's the rating?
I'm gonna remember that next episode. I put money. You gonna stop the video? Zay,
You're doing too much.
There are limits on comedy.
come on.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for hopping on. We will see everybody next week for 102. Isaiah and Mason, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.